In this video I'm gonna talk about 3 latest crypto news that happened in the last 24 hours. Now the first news is Bitcoin testing $63,000 support. The second news would be why ETF just saw their biggest outflows in weeks. And the third one is which altcoins are actually up in this market 2026 that I would say is pretty much brutal. By the way, I'm Alex Simex Crypto. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single day, no days off. And all I do is I post crypto news, crypto facts without any hype. So today is August the 1st. Make sure to subscribe. So let's start with the news. Okay, as always, about Bitcoin as first news. Currently, we are sitting at around $63,000 and we are down about 1.2%. On today's day, actually it dipped even below $63,000 earlier, and now it's trying to hold that level of 63K. Now the big question is whether the 63,150 Fibonacci supports hold. If this breaks, then the next stop is 62,000 and then 60,000 after that. So everyone is shaking now, but we will see. Now, what's driving this weakness? Well, the answer would be ETF outflows. Let me tell you that in July 31st, which means yesterday, we saw $265 million leave Bitcoin ETFs in one single day. And that's the biggest daily outflow since July 13. Again, we're going to talk about BlackRock. BlackRock's IBIT led the way with $122 million in redemptions. So the 4-hour money flow indicator is also negative right now, which means that capital is leaving Bitcoin. So I think it's very important information. But as always, nothing is black or white. Usually it's somewhere in between. So I'm going to tell you one more interesting part. Despite the outflows, July was actually a positive month overall for Bitcoin ETFs. Bitcoin ETFs ended July with $172 million in net inflows, which broke a 2-month streak of outflows. So while the day was some kind of rough day, the monthly trend is still actually improving. So let's talk about the altcoins. I know many of you guys here are fans of altcoins because, as we all know, bigger risk, bigger price, right? But of course, biggest downfall also. Okay, so let's talk about altcoins. And here is where it gets interesting. Only 3 assets in the top 15 are actually up in 2026. So let me repeat you, only 3 out of 15. Hyperliquid is up 104%, so congrats to those that bought it at the right time. Tron is up 15%. And Yunus SED Leo is up 1.5%. Everything else, it is red across the board. So XRP, I think it's 42%, Solana down 14 something, 41, Cardano 48% for the year. So it's a terrible bear market for altcoins, right? And I'm gonna say you one more interesting thing about the altcoins that is worth watching. Privacy coins like Zcash and Monero are holding up better than the most. Zcash is down for the complete year 9.5%, which is much better than others. Monero is down 16%, so that's much better than 40 or 50%, but altogether it's still sad. By the way, before I go, let me tell you one more news on the regulatory side. The Clarity Act odds now are sitting at 27% on Polymarket, and that's down from earlier this week. So lawmakers are still negotiating, but the market, it seems like it's not optimistic. Ethereum is currently at $1865, and I would say it's holding steady, but it's still down 37% for this year. And another interesting thing about Ethereum. While Ethereum did outperform Bitcoin in July with 18.5% gain, compared to Bitcoin 7%. Historically, August has been a mixed month for ETH. Since 2016, Ethereum has closed August with gains only 4 times out of 10, with an average return of 6.74%, but median is minus 1.74%. So it's really a coin toss. You never know what's gonna happen. That's all for today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. As always, just pure news, just pure useful information, just facts. No hype on this channel, no financial advices, no scams. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.